Today I'm channeling the 90s and I'm feeling especially inspired to try out one of those classic 90s lips with the really intense lip line. And then I feel like 90s looks just really suit autumn vibes. There's something about the kind of darker, slightly gothic, moodier colors and just the general slight grunginess that just looks so good with like a turtleneck and a jacket. So that's the plan for today, basically a 90s autumn makeup look. So let's get into it. Foundation wise, we are going matte, full coverage matte, very much a 90s look. I am using my beloved Estee Lauder Double Wear, but I'm trying out a new shade today. This is 1W0, I believe. Just seeing if it might be a bit better match for me. And yeah, just getting it all over the face. If you live near Sephora, maybe in Ulta, I don't know. I don't live in the States. But if you live near a Sephora, don't forget that you can get foundation samples. If you're trying to figure out what your shade match is or want to try a new formula, take advantage of that. Such a handy little thing. So I'm going to build up the coverage to basically get rid of all the redness on my face. 90s looks just really suit that blanked out look with the foundation. In fact, a lot of the time, like if you look at some celebs and their complexion, it just like they kind of look like a ghost, just fully like mask-like. So that's one layer. Now, anywhere I want extra coverage, I'm gonna build it up. I'd like to skip concealer today and just focus on foundation. I feel like as sophisticated as 90s looks sometimes appeared, they are kind of simple. Like it's only recently we have like 1,000 steps between like color corrector and primer and concealer and all that. I feel like it was just more about rocking the full coverage foundation for the complexion and not much else. So a note on brows. Of course, we all know 90s brows are ultra thin, overplucked. So I've been kind of rocking a slightly thinner brow the past year. There are some techniques to thin your brow in a modern way without, just plucking everything away. And I'll say one thing about our modern brow trends is that we tend to go for a fluffy brow, and a lot of techniques involve like taking the spoolie, and brushing up and like getting a lot of volume out of the brow and then kind of like building the brow around there, whatever product you're using. When you want to go for a 90s brow, but like not be plucking away at everything, what you want to do is focus on like almost like pinching the brow hairs together and streamlining them. So just before I go into any product, I'm just like compressing everything, kind of creating a guide for then the pencil. So now I'm going to take the pencil side and start right here where most of the pigment is going to go and just softly fill in essentially the center of the brow, like really being mindful not to overextend the pigment anywhere, just like keeping it very much in the center. So the focus, the darker focus, creates the illusion of a slightly thinner brow. I am going in for a shade that's a touch darker than my brows, just to make them kind of obvious. And then adding a little bit of length on the end can help with that look of it being slightly thinner with the length. And then I'm going to take a brow gel and do the same thing I did when I first brushed it out in terms of like really streamlining it, like anything that's on top, like any hairs that are on top, just making sure they're like being brushed down into this streamlined look. So for the lips, definitely gonna go in with that really dark lip line. But before I do that, I wanna put just like a touch of color on the lips, like a baby pink or any kind of neutral. So I'm gonna use a lip stain for this. So I'm gonna go in with the Wonderskin Lip Mask in XOXO. A few of you have seen me use this before. It looks blue at first, so just bear with the process. Gonna add just a hint of color to my lips. I'm not worried about being too precise about the outer lip line since I'll be using a lip liner. And since I don't want too dark of a color, I'm going to go right in with the activator spray. So that's just enough of a little bit of a pigment so I have something to blend into with the darker lip line because my lips are very pale. I don't want anything too pale specifically, although you could definitely go for that very like fleshy nude kind of tone. That's just not for me. And now I'm going to go in with a lip liner. So these are also from Wonderskin, and they've put out 4 new lip liner shades that are all very autumnal. And I think most of these would work. So I'm gonna swatch them so I can decide which one I wanna go for. All right, here are the swatches. So these shades to me just seem like perfect for fall, all kinds of different fall lips. On the top, we have mahogany, then there's mauve, walnut, and cocoa. So cocoa seems kind of like a more cool tone brown, and then walnut more of a warm brown. I feel like I'm gonna go for walnut so I can get a lot of that depth. Sometimes I think of these 90s lips and I think of like warm browns, warm dark browns. So I think that's gonna be the shade I'm gonna use. But honestly, all of them could work in their own way. So this is not the time to be subtle with your lip liner. This is the time to go for gold. I'm going to overline the lips slightly and feather it in a little bit to the pink, but I'm going to really focus on the outer edges. I'm going to start softly at first, just to get the lip shape down. So feathering it in just a little bit. And you know what? I love this kind of combination of pink and a warm brown, especially when you really blend it in. But I think for the 90s look, I do think I need a little bit more depth. So I'm also going to use the shade Cocoa, which is more of the cool brown, to really, really darken up this lip line. I'm so not used to having a lip line this obvious. So I do want to finish this off with a little bit of Plumping gloss, just to really bring the look home. This is also from Wonderskin. I feel like the gloss is kind of crucial to this look. Just really layering it on the pink part and like leaving the liner area alone. And I've used this gloss before, and what I like about it is that it doesn't have like a stinging feeling the way some plumping glosses have. It's more like a cooling mint kind of feeling. Let's really build it up. Resisting the urge to blend out this lip line and keep it as it is. Okay, now on its own, it doesn't really give the 90s vibe yet. So it's really about the next kind of steps and what shades I'll use to really like bring the 90s homage home. I'm going to use as a blush Exothermic, which is like a brown blush. I'm skipping bronzer, I'm skipping contour, and just going right in for this. It's pretty pigmented, so just building it up slowly. And I'm going to place that kind of in this horizontal motion right here. All right, normally I have the urge to powder, but not today. Without any concealer or any kind of base product that was emollient, it's just like matte, very matte. Okay, so for the eyes, I definitely want to go in for some like cool tones. I feel like a lot of 90s looks have, you know, like the kind of warmer lip with either dark browns or sometimes cool browns, but then like these like frosty eyes or like cool grays. So I'm going to go in with the Stone Cold Fox palette, and I'm going to start by laying down a white all over the lid. And I'm going to use this one here. It's a little bit more of a warm white. And I'm going to put that all over the lid. Bringing it into the inner corner and then all the way up to the brow bone. Taking this mid-tone gray, I'm going to work it into the crease and just define the crease. I'm just mimicking my natural bone structure. I think a little bit of shimmer would be nice here. Nothing like too iridescent and sparkly, but just like a satiny kind of shimmer, just to add dimension into the eye look so it's not pure matte. I'm just going into a shade that's not too dark either. Then I'm gonna take this dark brown here, Cult Classic, and just emphasize the upper lash line. Using a brush that is definitely a little bit fluffy. It's not precise, but small enough to get onto the lash line. I think I'll also take that right here. Then I'm going to take a dark brown and put it in the waterline. Seems to me a lot of 90s looks had a darker waterline. And it kind of like mimics the dark lip line. Okay, this look is desperately calling for lashes. So I'm gonna pop off camera, do my mascara, and then maybe pair this with like a turtleneck or something just to really show off how it would look really nice with something kind of autumnal. So I will be one moment. All right, so here's the finished look. I really feel like the lashes and the turtleneck tie it together. Do we see the vision? It's definitely a little bit more of a dramatic look for me. I've been doing such soft looks all summer round, so I'm feeling very fierce with this. There's something kind of intense about it. And I did add a little lash from MAC. This is the Free Spirit lash, I believe. Yes. And I just did a half lash right here. It just kind of opens the eyes a little wider after kind of closing them off with the darker waterline. It's just a little hack that I like so that my eyes don't feel like really small from liner. And I'm really liking this vibe. As I said, a little bit more dramatic than I've been doing lately, but it's kind of sultry in a way. And I'm loving all the products. I do like the slightly more vibrant pink for my personal taste. Whenever I try kind of a muddy nude that a lot of these 90s lips do use with the like darker lines, darker lip line, it's a bit much for me. I like a little bit more color, you know, a little touch of romance, so to say, to really make it work for me. And yeah, I was like trying to maybe off camera lift up the lip tone a little just to see if I'd like it lighter. But guys, it wasn't budging. That lip stain just really stays. And honestly, same for the lip liner, really doesn't budge. I had to really scrub it off my hands. So I'm excited to try out these shades some more throughout the autumn and just keep exploring some autumn makeup looks. Let me know in the comments down below any kind of fall makeup looks you want me to explore. And that's it for today. Toasty, let's take it away. As always, I really want to thank anybody who sticks it out until the end. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps me keep on getting these videos out there. If you want to check out my Patreon and join the coven there for some bonus content, that's a great way to support me and the channel and Toasty even further. And until next time, may you all find yourselves a little bit of makeup magic, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, witches.